Hello, welcome back. It's good to see you again. How are you feeling today? Okay. You see? Okay. Okay. Okay, well, this is your 8th session today. And if you remember, last week we talked about those negative automatic thoughts that are causing you distress and discomfort. And we looked at their accuracy and how you can begin to assess that with it in mind that if you find your thoughts are not accurate, you can start to replace them with ones that are. If you'd like a reminder of what we talked about in that session, you can watch it here. It should pop up on the screen. In today's session, we're going to keep looking at those negative automatic thoughts. But this time we're going to look at their helpfulness. Because sometimes our thoughts are quite accurate. Those thoughts that are causing us distress and discomfort are actually accurate. But they maybe don't provide a particularly helpful focus. So think about it this way. If you are trying to escape from the top floor of a burning building, it would be quite accurate to think, I could die doing this, but it might not be a particularly helpful focus. Okay, so that's what we're going to look at today. Let's begin by taking a look at your diary, which you've been keeping for me, recording your emotions and then catching hold of some of the thoughts that are behind those emotions. Is that it there? Can I take a look? Okay, so let's see what we've got here. Yes. Yeah. So I can see the middle of the week was quite challenging for you. So let's use that. Yes, let's use that today. We need to find a thought. So I'm going to suggest that we look at this thought here. I know that your partner has recently ended your relationship and you have lots of thoughts here about rejection. He rejected me, he doesn't love me anymore, he doesn't care about me. Okay, so let's take that thought, see if we can do something about it, because it looks like that thought is causing you, understandably, a lot of anxiety and a lot of sadness. Okay, so all of these things are true. Your ex has rejected you and he doesn't love you anymore, and he possibly doesn't care about you particularly in the way that you deserve to be cared about. But is that the best thing for you to be focusing on right now? Is that the most helpful thing? Let's see. How does this thought make you feel? Okay, so anxiety, depression, as we said, I guess. What else? So it makes you feel hopeless about the future. Really? Anything else? Okay, as if there's something wrong with you. And that you'll always be alone. And how do those thoughts affect your behaviour? What do they make you do? Okay, so they make you withdraw. Stop going out. Make you eat. Generally not look after yourself well. So they do have quite a negative impact on you, don't they? Okay, so next let's look at those thinking filters. So if you remember a few sessions ago, we talked about these thinking patterns that we called thinking filters that we all engage in, but we tend to do more when we're feeling bad. I wonder which particular thinking filter you're using here. What do you think? That's right. So it's mental filtering. So you pick one detail, a single negative detail, and dwell on it exclusively. So it starts to distort your vision. It darkens your reality like a drop of ink that discolours a beaker of water. So it's filtering out some quite important information, I think, that could help you to feel differently. Okay. So we've established that all of these things are true. He has rejected you. He doesn't love you anymore. But what else is true? Let's try and jot some of these things down. What else is true? Okay, so his rejection probably tells you more about what's going on for him. Interesting. Okay, so he had a pattern in relationships. He loved the chase. Soon as it was over, he lost interest. Patterns are very common, particularly in relationships, particularly negative ones that stop us getting our needs met. We tend to keep doing the same thing over and over again until we identify what our pattern is. What else? He doesn't love me anymore, but I have a sneaky feeling he was never going to love me in the way I deserve to be loved and make me happy over the longer term. Good. He was exciting, but I think that may have been the extent of it. Good. Very good. Anything else? Okay. He doesn't care about me. Maybe this is true. But that doesn't mean I don't deserve to be cared for. And that someone isn't waiting around the next corner. I think that's so important. I know. Rejection, however painful it is, it does open the door to new possibilities. I might jot that down for you as well. Okay. Now, what I'd like you to do over the next week before we meet again is to become aware of when your mind becomes stuck in this unhelpful place, when it becomes stuck in these thoughts about rejection, and you can maybe take this piece of paper with you. A bit close. Maybe in your back pocket. Take it out and read it often. Okay. It is possible to decide where our mind settles upon what we focus. It is true that takes some practice, but it is possible, and the more you practice, the easier it becomes. Okay, so that's your task for this week. Okay, well, I hope this was helpful. It was good to see you and spend time with you today, and I guess we'll meet at the same time next week. Okay, enjoy the rest of your day. Bye bye.